Hello and welcome, amazing Aries. My name's Rose Smith from absolutesoulsecrets.com. I must apologise, I've got the AC on because it is actually quite hot here at the Gold Coast in Australia, so I just have to have it on. So sorry about the background noise. Okay, so I'm here to do your Aries April tarot astrology, and it's a bit of a different month with everything going on in the world. I don't want to focus on the virus because it can be overwhelming. So I'm just going to focus purely on your horoscope today, and I will be doing regular updates about the virus and what we can all do to stay as safe as possible, okay? But for now, let's just set our minds on, what the likely energy is coming up in your horoscope. And there is a big focus this month on your finances, okay? So time to get your finances in order, and you're going to think of some new wonderful ways to do that. Alrighty, so I'll talk about your horoscope first, and then we'll draw some cards and see what we come out in the month for you. Let's now go to the board. Okay, so voila, the board. Okay, so first thing, you'll see there's a lot of activity going on down here in your sign, and also second and third houses, mostly in the second house, and that's your self-worth, your value system, and your finances. That's where it's all happening. On the 4th of the month, we have Venus going into your third house, from the second house to the third house. Okay, so Venus is a planet of beauty and love, and gives you a kind of an aura that people like, okay? You become more likable, and there's a generosity of spirit there with Venus. Okay, so because it's in your third house, this affects your communications. Maybe you decide you want to put a blog out. If you're in small business, you could do some sort of promotion, or have a lot more to do with your customers, to maintain loyalty in these uncertain times. It's also the place of, so it's publishing, learning, teaching, and it's also the place of your local area, your neighbourhood, and your siblings. You could have much more contact with people in your local neighbourhood, or perhaps even your siblings that you haven't contacted for a while. Okay. Sorry, I've still got this cough. Okay, so the 8th sees a full moon going into your 7th house up here, which is committed relationships. It's not only your marriage or your romantic partner, it's also your business activities, or people that you work with, but you have a very close relationship with, and you've been together, working together as associates for some considerable time. And so with the full moon there, that's going to bring a lot of stuff up, and for healing and, resolution. So it's also the house of enemies and legalities. So if something's sort of just hanging by a thread, there could be a few arguments, and I must tell you, even if it's not hanging by a thread, there could be a few arguments anyway. I've been arguing with my husband about dog food, would you believe? So even if you're in a very committed relationship, it still might be stressful, okay, with everything that's happening. But these stresses are only going to break those relationships that are just hanging by a thread, that are not very strong. For the majority of people, the full moon just brings up stuff, and you might have a few arguments, and then you move on. So I wouldn't be overly concerned with this, okay? Now, the 12th sees Mercury joining the Sun, and it's in your sign here in the first house. So Mercury's moving from the house of the goddess, the house of the subconscious, into your sign. This is going to give you a lot more communications about your self-worth, about your deservability, about your identity. Maybe you're going to change your appearance or clean out your wardrobe, or buy some new makeup or something like that. And where possible, buy online, of course. And it's also about what you want. You realise more about what you want. You might have thought perhaps before that you wanted something. Now you realise it's not what you want. Sometimes the universe teaches us by showing us what we really don't want, okay? So you're going to get a much clearer idea about what you want in life, which is a really good thing moving forward. Now the 20th sees the sun moving into your second house here, right here, and also a new moon. And this is also again about your finances, your self-worth, the things that you value. You might find that, especially at the moment in these uncertain times, that money isn't everything. Sure helps, I'm not saying it doesn't, but there are higher values than money. And you know, your integrity and your self-worth are worth more than money, and you might come to a new realization with the sun here, because it brings insight and awareness. And be proud of who you are and what you've done, okay? And the new moon and brand new start, okay, coming around your finances and or what you think about yourself and your own value system. Okay, so let's now draw some cards for the month, and we'll see what we come out with. And I'm going to go week by week, okay? So obviously there's not 5 weeks in a month, but this is the last couple of days, this 5th card. So week by week for Aries, amazing Aries in April 2020. Just looking for the right card now. I'll also do a psychic interpretation as I go, see what I come up with. That one there. Okay, and guess what? It's about your finances. Okay, so you can see this theme about what you value and finances is coming up. This is the 3 of Pentacles. There are some challenges, but you can get through it. So it would be a great month to start saving your money. Have some cash. Please get some cash. I know it's an old-fashioned notion, but you know, we're coming now into a period of time where there are going to be shortages. And so if you've got cash, at some point retailers may prefer that. And you know, what can I say? Here's the mountains. Mountains are always challenges and obstacles. However, look, there's a little track, a little goat track through there, through these 2 mountains on either side, and behind her. You can get to where you're going using unusual means, let's say. You know, the road less travelled. This is not what everybody does. You're going to do your own thing. Okay, there's work here. If you're concerned about your work, there's some opportunities in another area, okay, that you should grab with both hands. Please be careful with your money. Sorry, this is not the 3 of Pentacles. This is the 4 of Pentacles. Did I say 3 before? I don't know what I said. It's the 4 of Pentacles, okay? So, you know, there is some opportunities. There are some opportunities for work and to get your finances into a better position, and you need to grab every opportunity. The situation is going to last a lot longer than 6 months, which is, I know the governments are saying 6 months, but I'm afraid that's not correct. Be 12 months at least, minimum. Could be longer. I'm sorry to I'm sorry to put a downer on it, but I just want to inform you so you can get ready and be prepared. And this card will help you do that in the first week of the month. Now, the second week of the month, let's go with that now. second week of the month for Amazing Aries. See what card we come up with, and I'm going with that one. Oh, I'm sorry. It's the Tower card. Something is failing so that something new can begin. This is about letting go of things, okay? You know, our society now at the moment is going to let go of a lot of different things that we do. We are having a reset so that a new, more wonderful society that is fairer to all can be born. Of course, there's disruption and chaos when, you know, that happens. When you let go of old things, it's hard, it's emotionally hard. So I want to encourage you to feel all your feelings. Don't try to push the feelings down, because by feeling your feelings, you'll get through it quicker and in a more healthier way. There are stages that we go through, you know, in times of crisis, which I have talked about before, called the reaction adjustment. So denial, anger, bargaining, fear, depression, and finally acceptance is the final stage. So you're going to let go of some things, and see up here there's an eye in the sky, and this is your intuition telling you what is about to happen. Okay, so I want you to listen to your own intuition, and it's great if whatever I say, you know, something that I say confirms what is going on in your mind. That is wonderful. Please leave a comment and tell me if I've said something that sparked a glimmer of light in your mind, because you've already been thinking about it, or it's been in the back of your mind. This is a temporary situation. It's not going to last forever, okay? So I just want to assure you about that, and I want you to maintain hope, okay? Because it's really important to know that things are going to be better when we come out the other side. So the world will be a fairer, more just place. Okay, so let's go on with the third week of the month and see what we come up with. Third week of the month for Aries. Third week of the month, going with that card. We have the High Priestess, which is wonderful. So I mentioned about your intuition before, up here. This lady is very intuitive. She has psychic ability. She is in touch with spirit. She is expressing the truth of what is going on. See, it's all blue here. That's about the throat chakra. Okay. She may even turn to organized religion. She's got a scroll in her hand here. It says Torah on it. Perhaps organised religion can give you some solace at this time. If not, you may have had some issue before. Then be your own. If that's the case, be your own religion. You are your own religion, and you can make up your own rules as guidelines. Okay, so they're not hard and fast rules. They're guidelines about how to behave, and just know that guidelines work most of the time, but not all of the time. So it's sometimes you're going to have to, you know, use your intuition to know what to do. Or you can always watch this channel and ask me a question in the comments. So I will definitely answer your questions. Again, I just want to stress that it's really important to remain hopeful and positive, and know that you have got power. So even though things are going on in the outside world, you are an infinite and immortal being, which is literally full of more power than the sun, if you can just find that place in yourself at your very core. It's a very bright, abundant energy that is deep within you, and you've got it. Okay, you're alive here now. You have got that power. Alrighty, fourth week of the month for Aries. For Aries, and see what we've got. Okay, we come up with the King of Swords. Okay, know that things are going to get rough. The end of April for lots of people. You need to know that there is a ruthlessness in the world. and there is a ruthlessness within all of us. It is good if you can contact your own ruthlessness in case somebody, is trying to be ruthless with you. You can outsmart them. You've got the ability here with the sword of truth, okay? So this could be something like, it's usually a masculine energy, but if you're a woman, you still have masculine energy within. So it's usually something like somebody saying something to you out of the blue, and then you just come back with a quick and fast retort, and it's using the sword of truth. So what you're saying is completely true, okay? And this is your thinking processes, and it's like pure logic. Okay, so this is a useful energy, but it doesn't run through a heart. So here's the proviso. At all times, we want to run everything we say through a human heart, so that we're saying it with compassion. This energy doesn't really have a lot of compassion at all. So you'll see here, he's sitting on a diamond. Diamonds are hard. They've been under pressure for a long time, pressure and heat, and they become very, very hard. And this is a hard person. And it may be you. You might be hard on yourself. You might be driving yourself to do something that, large parts of your personality actually don't want you to do, or your heart doesn't want you to do. And you're driving yourself towards a goal being too hard on yourself. So yeah, please do look at that. Now let's have a look at the last few days, 30 days, and that card just jumps out. And we've got the 10 of Wands. Okay, so this lady has been working really very hard. There's a lot of green in this, so I don't know if you can see, it doesn't look that green, but she does have a green skirt on, a lot of green in the background, so there are opportunities. She's coming to the end of a cycle of hard work. She's got 10 baseball bats here in the background, and she's almost finished her project or got to her goal by the end of the month. So it could be that you're working quite hard through the month, and then you get to what you want right at the end. Often there's financial relief here too. Okay, so if you're having issues around money, this can help you. It's because there's so much green in it. It's the 10 of Wands, very fiery, motivational energy, which is going to drive you forward to get things done. Okay, so last few days of the month. Now I'm just going to close my eyes and just get an overall message for you and see what I see for you, amazing Aries, for April 2020. Just seeing the doors open up. Okay, so it is a time of creativity. I see people here sewing on sewing machines, which, I know a lot of people don't sew these days, but this is just saying, more getting organized around the home, more domesticity, making your own clothes. Look, I've done that. I've even done it recently, and so it's good to get in touch with those old-fashioned ways of doing things. If you maybe if there's shortages later in the year and you've learned how to sew, that will help you a lot. Okay, what's this here? Yeah, I'm seeing again the mountains, and I'm walking up some what would you call them, steps. I'm walking up some steps, and they're made of stone, and I'm walking into the light, and it's like you're going to adjust things in your life because now you literally see the light, and you know that there's a better way, a more wholesome way to do things. And so you're coming into a much greater insight and awareness about yourself and your own life. So you're going to make adjustments in your life, and it's actually a good thing. So please find the silver lining, at every point that you can in this uncertain time. I'm just looking to see if there is anything else in summary for amazing Aries. Okay. They just want to say to me this thing I've written here, which is stay well, stay home, and we can do this. Okay, so know that you have power within. and you can organize your life. You're not helpless, okay? All right. Please leave me a comment. I really appreciate you watching today. I've got through this without coughing, so I'm really happy about that. And I look forward to hearing from you during the month. Okay, so Taurus will be next very soon. Thanks again, and don't forget to like this, subscribe to my channel, and please share this. I would really appreciate that too. Have a good month. Thanks again. Bye for now. Thanks so much for watching. Please visit my website absolutesoulsecrets.com for all things spiritual. Have a lovely day.